Today we are talking about the kit that I have built, designed, and created for the heck of it. So this kit was inspired by MACVSOG, it was inspired by the Forest Service, it was inspired by modern kit as well. I have this kit in conjunction with this beautiful weapon system that I've already done a video on, but I want to have it here for a little bit of eye candy for you. Do you want to see this video? Go watch the video. I'm not talking about the weapon right now. Now, that being said, let's actually get into the kit. Like, comment, subscribe. The first thing you're going to notice is clearly going to be my secondary, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. This is a P229, and it was converted from 40 Smith & Wesson to 9mm. I did a barrel recoil spring conversion with a 9mm magazine. And then here I have actually converted this hammer to a double single action hammer with a decocker. Originally, it was a bobbed hammer and it was only double action because it was a police trade-in. So very neat weapon system, my first handgun, and it has a special place in my heart because it is so. Mic down, mic down. You can sit on the collar. Okay, from here, let's go ahead and pull the secondary off. By the way, huge fan of leather holsters when you actually work with your hands and you're working outside. You don't have to have that weapon system on your hip. Now anyways, let's get back into the kit itself. Now here you can see from the front I have this. What is this for? What do you think this is for? Leave me in the comments what you think I personally use this for, especially when I get lonely, because it is nice and soft. Now that being said, I use this as a sweat rag or a snot rag. It is pretty much a hanky-chief, my little hanky that I keep right here, but I'm not doing any panky with that hanky. Now that being said, let's get into the gloves on this kit. These are some redhead gloves, and you can tell that I actually use them. I like them a lot. I use them particularly in the winter time. I'll go ahead and pop these off. I know people are gonna be like, Amotex, why are you talking about your gloves? I wanna talk about the kit. But I'm gonna talk about these gloves. So I put these brass grommets in here so I can clip them onto my belt. Clearly, they have been torn up, so I had to re-stitch on the torn off part of the glove. Very neat, very unique. And then from here, of course, I had to sew it down for this little nub here. And then actually what I really like here is I took a little bit of, it's twine that is impregnated with some sort of conductive material, and I sewed it into the thumb so I could still access my cellular device while using my gloves. But all in all, I think they're really cool gloves, tanned them myself, because they were originally a very bright color and kind of ugly. So if you wanted those exact pair of gloves, you're gonna have to do a little bit of craftsman self on yourself. You're gonna do a little bit of DIY. What does DIY stand for? Damn, I'm young, I guess. I don't know, terrible with acronyms. Anyways, let's go into the belt itself. I have a little bit of electrical tape on a D-ring here. Why do I use electrical tape? Well, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna plug another one of my videos, the 5 budget modifications for your AR-15. And right there, I will tell you why I have electrical tape on my kit. It is a multi-tool, has multi-purposes. Now going in from here, I have one tourniquet, two tourniquets, and my custom bayonet that is very bubbified. Why is it bubbified? Because I was a little drunk. A Bush Apple just came out and I was looking for a good time. But as you see here, it is right on the end of my weapon system, so I can take out my anger on the Viet Cong. If this was, you know, the 60s, now I have no problem with the Viet Cong. Generally, I think they're fine people, but don't demonetize me. I have nothing wrong with them. It's a joke, it's a joke, it's a joke. Anyways, let's go ahead and take that off and set my weapon back down. Now from here, I have clearly a magazine pouch with 3 PMags in here. If you wanted to fit 3 magazines in one of these pouches, they definitely do fit. Here I have an L-shaped light. This is, you know, everyone's seen these. Anybody that's went to basic training's clearly gotten a cheap plastic piece of shit. This one's actually made from aluminum, so it's a little bit nicer, but I don't recommend you carry these out to the field because it's so heavy and all you need is a headlamp to make it out in the real world. But it does pass the vibe check, so it is on the kit itself. From here I have what? A canteen. Amotex, why do you have a canteen? Because, dude, I'm hotter than J-Lo in the 2005, I don't know. It's nice and hot out here, so I like to cool myself off with the canteen. But primarily, you want to drink out of it. So if you get little turnt, you can put some whiskey in here and have a good old time, and then for the rest of your life, you will also taste whiskey in your canteen. Now, from here, the canteen pouch has 2 little pockets on here. If I was gonna go real hard in the paint, I would put some water purification tablets in there. I can't think of the actual name of the tablets, but water purification tablets. There's 2 tablets. You put one in there, read the directions, and then shake it up, and then put the other one in there. Iodine. You'll put iodine tablets in there and purify your water in your canteen. And that's where I would stow that, with maybe a lighter or something to start a fire. But once again, this is more or less just a fun kit to have. It's not a serious kit to use, but you can use it clearly. Now from here, I have nothing on my back. Why do you have nothing on your back? And it is because I want to carry an Alice pack with this kit. Right now, I don't have the Alice pack on me because I use it for rucking, and I did not want to pull my plates out of the Alice pack for this video because they are a pain in the ass to get in there because I have them shoved in the radio pocket. It's just, I'm not doing it, guys. Anyways, off that tangent, let's go over to the other side. What do you have? Another canteen. Man, this boy is thirsty, and you are right, it is hot outside. Did I mention how hot it was? It is hot. Now, look, getting off the canteen, a little weird. I have, once again, another magazine pouch with a what? A hatchet on this magazine pouch. Ammotex, why do you have a hatchet on this magazine pouch? I will tell you, dear listener, you need to pay attention. This is inspired by the Forest Service. I'm gonna be chopping down trees and shooting cartel members. That is what the Forest Service does. You find some weed plants, you get ambushed, you have a good time. Now, this being said, this is my first hatchet I have ever owned, possessed, or used. It's clearly got a different handle on it because the original handle broke, but it has that nice worn finish where you can see I've used it as a hammer and a hatchet. A lot of people are gonna say don't use your hatchets as hammers, and to those people, I will say, mind your own business, I don't care. Now, that being said, let's go over to this rope. Ammotax, why do you have rope on your kit? And that is because we may be ambushed by the Viet Cong. If you think I'm schizophrenic, you don't know me, bro, all right? You don't know me, maybe. Now, anyways, this is so I can make a harness and then, you know, use this carabiner to be repelled out of the jungle as the VC is pressing me down. Now, that being said, do you need this on your kit? Probably not, but I thought it was nifty. Once again, this is just a little fun kit to have, guys. We're having fun out here. Are you having fun? Like, comment, subscribe, because I'm having so much fun with you guys. Now, going into here, this is a compass pouch, but anybody that knows anything knows that sometimes these compass pouches were used as the IFAK itself. Imagine your IFAK being in this little tiny pouch. How sweet would that be? How nice would that be? Would you die more often? Maybe, but it'd be a lot more comfortable. But generally, I just keep a little boo-boo kit in here with some Quick Clot. That's about it in this one. No gauze, no nothing, just Quick Clot. But if you're wondering, Ammotex, what if you need gauze? I'm a man, I'm wearing a top and an undershirt. That means I will pull my top off, I will put it on the wound, and then wrap it in electrical tape like an adult. Now, that being said, if you do want to add a little bit more to this pouch, I would suggest super glue. These hands built by super glue. But guys, I think that's about it on my kit setup. If you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed my schizophrenic rant, then go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and trust me, there will be other wild and wacky videos coming soon. Other than that, get off my range. I am out of breath, bro. Out of breath. Should I tell him this is my circumcision knife? No, that's too much. What is a good word for weird? Little queer, maybe? Queer means weird, right? Definitely can't say that in the first 5 seconds.